All right, good evening and welcome to an evening of bullshit. Tonight's topic is masturbation. Now, in a world of so many diverse individuals, we all do a lot of different things, but there are a few things that remain common to all of us. Everyone requires food and water for survival, and all of us wake up each day and go to work. After work, we retire to our homes to relieve ourselves of the day's stress. For some people, this means watching TV, while others prefer to sit quietly and read a book. Well, one well-known and widely used form of stress relief is masturbation. We all touch ourselves, whether you're an adolescent discovering yourself for the first time or a woman that has been let down too many times by too many men. Everybody gets off by whacking off. But is masturbation moral? Is this good or bad? Is it okay to choke the chicken? Should a woman paddle the pink canoe? Welcome to the Circle Jerk, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Willie Wanker, your host, and tonight we have 4 experts with us to discuss the moral implications of engaging in hand-to-gland combat. My opinion, self-help is the best help. But let's turn to Girthy McGirth and hear his story concerning the pitfalls of beating off.
I'm Girthy McGirth, and I'm here to tell you the dangers of masturbation. I've been a big advocate against masturbation since my personal injury. I used to be a huge daily masturbator until this injury, and now I spend all of my time and devotion against it and to inform the public. So here is my story. I used to crank the love pump, but one day I had a terrible accident. I was doing the 5-knuckle shuffle, and I looked down to stare the Cyclops in the eye, and the next thing I know, I was blind. Oh, wow. I needed constructive eye surgery to replace my eye, but it was irrefixable and I needed to replace it with a dog eye, and now I only see in black and white. So today I now work to spread the awareness on the dangers of masturbation. And for those of you out there who are looking for the warning signs of it for your children, here are some of the warning signs. Some of the warning signs for boys include going through lots of tissues and lotion excessively, crusty socks left lying around. One hand is way stronger than the other. Here's some of the warning signs for females. Phallic-shaped objects on the nightstand. You always hear the electric toothbrush, but the bristles always look new when you look at it. And there's always One Direction posters on the wall. So now I spent a lot of time working on my organization and making sure that we are preventing this issue. So you can visit us at www.notmasturbating.com.
Well, Jill, you're a mom. What do you think? Have you seen any of these warning signs?
I am Jill, proud mother of 2 boys, and you know, I have to say masturbation is absolutely not dangerous. Didn't your mother ever teach you how to masturbate? You always use moisturizer, you wash your hands before and after, and you never do it in the shower because you will clog the drains. Now, you know, it's totally normal. My sons have been playing with their family jewels since they were infants, and I know all you moms out there will admit that you have spent time sitting on the dryer when you get tired of chores. It's perfectly natural. Everybody does it.
All right, there we have it, a first-hand account of masturbation. Doc, what do you have to say about this?
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Ken Handy. I have a PhD in extreme general research from Arizona State University. So the facts I laid out here from my 10-year research in general research in terms of masturbation, that it prevents cancer. An Australian study found that men who masturbated more than 5 times a week were a third less likely to develop prostate cancer, breast cancer, and 25% of a lot of other cancers. The disease-causing toxins build up in your urogenital tract when you rub one out, basically it gets flushed out, which you're essentially flushing the bad guys out, which on the long term will increase your health and make you live longer. So yeah.
Well, those were some nice facts you've listed from us, but I've got some for you. Masturbation accounts for over 5,000 deaths per year.
Wow.
It is the leading cause of death for middle school boys, which surprisingly 99% will have fiddled with the flesh flute before the age of 16.
Excuse me, but I do not think that it causes death, but actually it does prevent pregnancy. My sons participate in the best form of birth control, which is masturbation. I would rather have them masturbating once, twice, 10 times a day than having sex with girls.
Mary, I'd like to get your opinion on this. What do you think?
Yeah, I would just like to say, Jill, you're wrong. Not all mothers sit on the dryer. And
Bouncing off that idea, though, in terms of how it doesn't kill like children, it actually improves your immune system. And listen to this. Ejaculation increases levels of hormone cortisol, says Jennifer Landa, extremely credited specialist in hormone therapy from 3 Ivy League schools. So that's pretty factual right
Well,
there.
if that's the case, I guarantee I'm healthier than all of you.
Exactly. Facts.
I totally agree. It's great for the endocrine system, and I have to say it's very important because clearly men have not mastered the female orgasm. Sometimes us women just have to turn to our vibrating friend stored in our top drawer when our husbands roll over and start snoring moments after ejaculation.
Well, I don't know if your kids are about old enough to drive, but masturbation is now the third leading distractant of driving behind eating and texting while driving.
Wait. You're saying people, get on with themselves while they're driving?
Yes, they do.
Wait,
Word.
but to counter that though, studies have shown, great studies have shown, that people who masturbate at least twice a day, their life expectancy is increased by 4 years to people who don't. That's taken from a person who went to Harvard right here.
Not only in the car, but also at work too. It's now a top 10 danger at work, and people are collecting worker compensation from masturbation-related injuries at their own workplace.
Geez, I better renegotiate my terms. I'd love to have a job like that.
Then again, our organization is working to reduce the amount of masturbation. We are planning on expanding the amount of states that are legalizing brothels, and we plan on legalizing prostitution too, and we work towards that and raise money.
So you're saying you'd rather promote prostitution than masturbation?
Yes.
Jesus says any sexual activity outside of marriage is a sin. That includes masturbation and prostitution.
Well, you know what? Masturbation has actually saved my marriage. My husband goes on plenty of business trips, and instead of him picking up some floozy at the bar, I just encourage him to play a little bit of left-handed billiards with himself.
Well, that's just showing how much of a sinner he is for being full of lust.
I can't believe you.
Sinner.
I don't want to sit next to her anymore. I'm definitely never attending her church.
Yeah, you.
Okay, Girth, do you have anything else to add? Could you tell us a little bit more about your organization and what they think about masturbation?
Well, our organization sells also a lot of products, including gloves for your hands so you can't touch yourself, a variety of different kind of chastity belts, and so on. We also raise money for advocacies, and we walk on Wall Street and organize a lot of protests as well.
You know, I just don't think that you can ever get the kids to stop masturbating. I have walked in on my sons plenty of times playing whack-a-mole, and I've learned to knock, but the kids, they're never going to stop. We all know that sometimes you got an itch and you just feel around a little.
It's human nature. Bouncing off that, jacking off, or just tugging one, it's just human nature. It's what we do. Once puberty hits, kids, boys and girls are going to explore themselves, and masturbation is just a gateway to that. So it's hard to stop it, no matter if you are against it or not. It's just, from my research, masturbation will always be there till the end of times.
It is not human nature. It is a sin.
A sin that is
Jesus
just...
sees everything.
Where in the Bible does it say
Bible.
anything about masturbation?
Everywhere.
That's true.
And where will it end? How many more lives do we have to lose to this?
How many more babies do we have to prevent?
Exactly.
Lots
It's
of
actually
babies.
saving more lives than it's taking away, according to my studies.
I'm going to listen to the scientist.
Exactly.
Sexual activity should only be used for procreation. Otherwise, you are just wasting potential babies.
Did you guys know that masturbation increases vitamin C levels over the course of, 1 second, just look at my notes.
You can just drink orange juice.
True, but actually, in terms of vitamin C intake, it has more vitamin C benefits than orange juice combined. It says right here.
Drink more orange juice.
Or just tug one. I mean,
Throw
it's
in
up to
some
you.
pineapple
It's up to you.
juice.
Freedom of choice right there. I mean,
What sources are you getting these facts
I'm getting
from?
these from WebMD and Men's Health and Female Health and 3 years of just studying at ASU, and which I did get my PhD. So I would say I'm pretty accredited
You
to
get your
this.
PhD from WebMD?
I did. So
I didn't know WebMD was giving out PhDs now. I might go
were.
out and get one after the
WebMD is
program
the
tonight.
Wikipedia of
Medical.
medical websites.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have any final words? I don't think we've come to a solid conclusion on this, although I do know that I'm going to go home and rub one out after this. I'm a little stressed out, and I think that'll feel just right. So-
That is a bad idea.
I feel like
that
with
is a
all
sin in your work.
the all health
Your own
benefits, I mean, go for it, man. It'll probably you'll wake up feeling really good the next morning. I guarantee you that.
So I have a great argument here, and I have totally made my arguments based off of personal experience and stories that I have heard. You have to
Oh,
do
yeah.
research.
I got all of mine from the good book, the Bible.
Got mine from my WebMD and Human Health Fitness, and yep.
A lot of the techniques I used was the non sequitur, the post hoc, bullcrap, weak arguments. A lot of what I did was just listing off fake statistics and so on.
Yep, same.
All right. Well, folks, this has been an evening of bull, and thanks for watching. Have a good night.